Hey everybody, today we're going to make some broccoli and cheese soup. Something a little different I was just in the mood for. As you can see, we got 3 tablespoons of butter melting in the bottom of a pan. We got a cup, it's got half of a large onion diced. It's got all of the stems from the broccoli peeled and diced. One of the big mistakes most people make when they make broccoli soup is they forget to put the broccoli stem in, which actually has more flavor than the florets do. And there's also 1 stalk of celery diced. Everything is diced to a 1/4 inch dice. Okay, our butter's fully melted. I'm gonna dump in all the veg. Don't like to waste anything. Not even the cup. We're gonna get that sauteing. We have about a teaspoon of freshly minced garlic. We're gonna add just a little bit of salt to the veg to draw out some of the water. Always remember to season as you go. Put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and we'll get those veggies sauteing. And maybe a little caramelized, translucent, ready to go. Other things you're going to need for this recipe: got a little bit of Velveeta. Got extra butter because we are probably going to make a roux. A block of cheddar cheese. Some homemade or store-bought chicken stock. And of course, broccoli. Florets I'll blanch just before adding them to the soup. I added about half of a teaspoon of dry thyme, and we're going to let that bloom with the vegetables. You can see the onions are becoming translucent, and this is the time that you want to add your teaspoon or a little more of garlic. Get that stirred in and cook for about a minute or 2 before you add your stock. Alright, the veg is all ready, and we're going to add the stock. It's one of the things that people normally make a mistake on. They make their roux now and then add their stock, and they end up defeating the purpose of trying to thicken the soup that way. What you want to do is you want to work the flavor of the veg into the stock first. Even as good of a stock as I'm using, can still use the boost of flavor from the extra stems of the broccoli and the onions and garlic and celery. So do that first and make your roux on the side if you want to thicken it. Sometimes you don't have to thicken it. I prepped a 1.5 cups of Velveeta, a 1.5 cups of mild cheddar, or medium cheddar, excuse me. And the broth and veggies are coming up to a simmer. We're going to cook them for about 5 minutes, and then we'll hit them with the immersion blender. Once your broth comes up to a simmer, throw in your florets and give them a blanch for about 2 or 3 minutes, just to soften them up slightly so you can serve them with your soup. You can see how beautiful the broccoli is after the blanching. Letting it cool now, and we'll add that to the soup right at the end. Next is immersion blender time. If you're ever looking for a great immersion blender, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. The Chef Man with the detachable blender attachment, 2 speeds, costs about $50, and it's absolutely excellent. Now let's blend the soup. Now that it's all blended up, relatively smooth, We're going to add about 2 cups of half and half. Want it to be really creamy, but we don't want it to be too thick. And we still want this to be a soup, not a stew. And now we've got the half and half in. Stir it up a little bit. Make sure everything's mixed. And we're going to start adding the Velveeta first. Velveeta in. And melting before we add the cheddar. The cheddar will add the final flavor. And then we'll put the broccoli in and get ready to serve. Now that all the Velveeta is melted, time to start adding the cheddar and get that melted in. Once the cheese is all melted, you have a nice thick cream soup. You can add the broccoli and serve. If you have extra, you keep it in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. And it should stay good. Doesn't last that long around here. Thanks for watching.